And we miss your inquisitive mind because you always come up with great questions like...
Where in the world is Maggie McDaniel?
And I often put them to song.
Yeah, that's right.
Maggie McDaniel.
Good morning, Maggie.
We
How
found
are you?
her. Hi,
Good
Maggie.
morning, gentlemen. You weren't here last week?
There we go.
No,
There
no,
go.
we missed
Yeah.
you. You know, and we actually had a guest on last week. You missed.
we did.
Riz was on
Well,
last
Riz
week.
was on last week. Okay.
Yes,
Because I was
yes.
going to
So he
ask
filled in
you
for
if
you.
you'd heard from him.
Yes.
Since all of the agreements, then the little bit of stumble, but it sounds like we're back to the agreement again. But how is he feeling about all of that? Yeah.
Very optimistic.
Okay.
They do have that whole, and actually I met with our partner from Jerusalem on Wednesday, Monsignor Kabaki and I did.
Oh, yeah, right.
Phone calls started happening. People are starting to plan back up.
Good,
They
good.
have had some groups there. Okay, it's been safe to have groups, but people just have not been planning
Right.
groups. So it has been safe. We're going in January.
All right.
I think we have about a dozen people already signed up.
Good deal.
So
That's great.
you know what? Before the crowds come back, this would be the time to go because you have plenty of time. And you're not going to be rushed out of the holy sites.
And really, even during the worst of the fighting that we saw in the news, those sites where your pilgrimages take place has always been...
They've been open.
Yeah.
They've been open,
Yeah.
And for those who have traveled there either with me or with another company or whatever, you know when it's crowded, like when you go to... the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem, when you go to the Holy Sepulchre, you get down there and it's kind of comical. The monks are there. Come on, move on, because
yeah.
the lines are. You could wait for a
Right.
couple hours, and you just basically get to pass through.
Wow.
Now, you can sit there and pray.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Right.
now's the time to go. So
And again, to the point that when we have a ceasefire in place, so that creates. We should have felt comfortable anyway, but now we have another reason to feel
peace
safe
of
and
mind,
all that
yeah.
good stuff. And to your point, you're not going to see the great crowds. And 3, you're going to be giving relief to the believers over there who continue to stay
Right.
through the most difficult of situations and circumstances. They are continuing to stay without any income or anything to make sure that when you came back, that they were there to serve.
correct, yeah, and that's the whole main goal. We tried a couple trips during the war going on, but you know, people, and I don't blame you. People, they did not
Yeah.
sign up. But our whole goal is to get our Christian brothers and sisters
Right.
back to work. Yes, they need our prayers. Yes, we were able to help them financially through the charities or through like the equestrian order. But they don't want handouts.
Right. They
want
wanna
to
work.
get back to
Right,
work.
right.
They want the restaurants open. They want the hotels open. They want the drivers working. They want the tour guides working. They want the gift shops open.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we want to do. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put, our feet where our mouth is or where our prayers are. We're going to put our
Yeah.
feet on the ground and go there, and we're going to get more out of it than they are,
Right.
hopefully with our prayer and on the sites. But yeah, you're going to help them.
So that's
Yeah.
coming up in January.
It's coming up in
Monsignor
January.
William
Yes.
Kabaki will be leading
Yes,
that?
yes. So he is. He's leading that. It's on our website. We have some people from some different areas. So the air is not included. We're going to meet together there, or if you want to join whatever, on the flights that were there, give people an opportunity in Tel Aviv to kind of get a rest, just be on the Mediterranean, enjoy, some time to get adjusted. It's a 7-hour time difference. It's a
Okay.
long flight.
Yeah.
Give them that day, and then we're going to start and work up our way along the coast, Caesarea Maritima, where actually there's still a stone there where Pontius Pilate was.
Wow.
We're going to go up to Haifa, Mount Carmel. We'll go over to Nazareth, spend time on the Sea of Galilee, 3 nights on the Sea of Galilee, waking up, watching the sunrise, the same place where our Lord watched that sun come up over the sea.
So I have to ask you now, you've made how many? I mean, you might not know by exact, but you've made a couple dozen trips
Yeah,
over
25, 30 maybe.
Yeah. So anytime, like if I go to Columbus, Ohio, there's one place I just can't wait to get to when I get to Columbus. It doesn't matter if I've been there thousands of times, right? So where is that? Now I know there, it's almost unfair
There's
to
many
ask,
places.
But is there a place that you go, oh my goodness, I can't wait to get
Yes.
to, bam?
Yes. Well, of course, the Holy Sepulchre, that's a given. But
Right.
another location would be the Primacy of Peter. where they were fishing and their Lord called them off and he fixed breakfast. It's a beautiful sight. I said, I would just like to pitch a tent and just sleep there overnight and just listen to the waves come up on the Sea of Galilee.
Oh, wow.
And just meditate on everything, those scriptures that happen there.
Yeah.
Everything happened in that northern tip of the Sea of Galilee, which is just absolutely beautiful. You're so close to Capernaum, the Sea of, the primacy of Peter, Tagba, the multiplication of the loaves and fishes, the Mount of Beatitudes. It's all right there. It's all at that northern tip from Migdal, or they'll say Tiberias, Migdal, which was the watchtower, up in the northern part, because everything south of that was pagan.
Wow.
So they did not go down there. So everything happened right there, so it's beautiful.
I mean, it's still amazing when you think of the scriptures, Old Testament and New Testament, the geographical location is just so much smaller than you would think as far as the northern kingdom. Everything is right there. I mean, you just don't have to go that far to traverse the entirety of the Old and New Testament.
That's what's beautiful about it.
Once the people
whole
got into the
country
got into
of
the promised
Israel, north to south, would fit in Ohio, or maybe just the tip of it might reach a little past it, but it's so much narrower as well.
Right.
And we don't go down to the tip. We're only about halfway down. I mean, we go from Tiberias to Jerusalem and Karam, so that area. So, just a few hours difference. But the elevation is different. You go up to Jerusalem. You literally do. The elevation is up. And the nice part is we have a bus. We don't have to walk like they did.
Right.
We don't have to make that trip. I tell people, I said, you know what? Totally different. You have to think about them making that trip, walking in the caravans going. And that's why 3 days, when they realized Jesus was missing in the temple to go back, they were already setting up camp. It would take a whole nother day. They've got that day. They got a day to get back. They got to find him. And so it's not like they jump in the car and run back and look for him.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Well, that'll be a fabulous trip, and of course, pilgrimage like this, just spiritually life-changing.
Yeah,
as always.
It's
And
amazing.
You got a busy 2026.
Yeah, and we have we got some things coming up in the fall that aren't up there yet. That I've been talking to a few priests that we're going to get some groups going. So yes, we're excited about 2026.
Yeah, you got January, you got Mexico in February, you got France in March.
Right, Danube River Cruise in April. Yes, and we have more to come. We have more to post.
Wow.
And lots of things to look at, but if it's in your wheelhouse, let's populate this one, because the statement that is made is so big, and the benefits, not only personal, but you have to imagine if you're going for the benefit of others, and that is part of your intention. Most of the time when we take pilgrimages, we aren't thinking about as primary the ability to help the guide and all that. Here, we really get to have them as a primary consideration. And I imagine if that's the intention you're going with, God's going to bless that thing.
Absolutely.
Not only for your own personal spiritual benefit, but for the physical and material benefit of those who are going to be taking care of you, who need you back.
Right, absolutely. No, and I'm very excited. I can't wait to get back.
Now, here's what's interesting to me. You said it's kind of the length of Ohio. Well, so basically, the way I see it is like you could leave Toledo, go through Columbus down to Cincinnati, and like Dayton would be some area, and that kind of makes sense to me. I'm just kidding. I love everybody in Dayton, just playing with you.
So the dates for that pilgrimage?
I think they're the 12th to the 22nd, but it is on our website. Yes,
Okay, very good.
absolutely.
Those are set dates?
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
And
Okay.
you're getting to go with Monsignor
I know.
Kawaki, for goodness
And we
sake.
actually have
Come on.
Father Albert Belch is joining the
Oh,
group.
my goodness.
Yes,
Yeah,
and Deacon Brian Witta.
My
Oh,
goodness.
terrific.
Yeah, we have some great people going.
Here a collar, there a collar, everywhere
Yeah,
a collar,
absolutely.
collar. There we go.
Maggie McDaniel, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you guys.
Thank you, Maggie.